Okay, so our next session is Brian Cheng. He is the Director of Digital Transformation at Avery Dennison. Avery Dennison specializes in label making and trim. Brian, I'll let you take it from here.
Awesome. Thank you, Saul. You guys can hear me just fine, right? Brilliant.
Yes.
All right. So the trim brings the garment to life. Without the small but identifiable embellishments, a shirt is just a shirt. Avery Dennison is the global leader in apparel and footwear labeling. We produce over 20 billion of the small but important items a year for customers all over the world. Trim and labels help our customers create their brand identity, but our labels and trim provide so much more than brand identity. We provide forensics to validate brand authenticity. And we also have the ability to track and trace the life of the product. Increasingly, we have seen trim and labels being used for brand messaging. This extends the storytelling capabilities of brands into areas like sustainability, social justice, and accountability. Ultimately, this allows customers and brands to express their values in a visible way. And brand messaging helps the brand connect with customers at a deeper, more emotional level. While important, trim is the last part of the design process. And as most projects go, the timeline quickly runs out towards the end of a project. Creating something so important becomes a last-minute thought. The problem is that the overall process is sequential. A garment is designed, then the trim is applied to the garment. In today's process, we create the trim. We go back and forth with the brand, we refine the trim, then we create some samples, then we ship them. Depending on the time creating and shipping the samples, this could be weeks. This process of creating and shipping physical samples creates challenges with collaboration and stressed relationships. And this is not to mention the cost to the environment of creating a sample and shipping it all over the world. In addition to the sequential process, what makes this even harder is that trim quality is inspected at 1 foot, as opposed to an overall garment, which is inspected at 3 feet. Have you ever zoomed into a picture just to find out it's really blurry? Well, that's the same concept. These unique challenges led us to a basic question. How can we streamline the trim creation process for our customers? We originally took a traditional approach to this problem, but quickly pivoted to digital innovation. We used design thinking to reimagine the problem statement. Instead, we started asking ourselves, how can we infuse the trim creation process into garment design? It seems simple, right? In reality, this is really quite difficult. Providing the quality needed to be able to represent a small physical asset digitally is hard, especially when it's within 1 foot. Introducing digital sampling, an innovative approach to trim creation. We've taken the process and turned it on its head. Trim creation is now done while designing the garment. We have integrated trim design and preview directly into the workspace that garment designers use. No more trying to imagine how the garment will look with a separate physical trim. Our customers can design and preview an entire garment, complete with trim, in 3D with true animation and real-world simulation. With this simple change, trim is isn't the last major hurdle of garment creation. Instead, it's an integral part of creating the identity, allowing the designer to see the entire completed garment. We're learning from Pixar and Apple to push the technology limits. With this new tech, we have the ability to inspect labels and trim within 1 foot, giving garment designers the level of detail that they need to feel comfortable. And we found that digital sampling gave us even more benefits. It allows us to provide compliance information at time of design. We can also provide more details about the material's makeup and creation process. We can provide garment designers with options for recycled materials or materials created in a sustainable way. But we don't stop there. We recognize we can't always get it right the first time. Creating art is messy. So creating a platform where designers can collaborate in real time on artwork, color, and materials with Avery Dennison is an important aspect of our digital sampling strategy. With real-time collaboration and digital sampling, we reduce the time spent creating, testing, and shipping samples. We firmly believe that the digital sampling strategy is the way of the future, and it starts today. Yes, it makes perfect sense, perfect business sense, reducing turnaround time by over 60%, improving first-time right metrics by 50%, and most importantly, fostering brand loyalty and creating stronger relationships. But there's a bigger picture to this, something we have in our DNA and has been underscored even more so in recent years. The impact we can make as a company to saving the environment with digital sampling is tremendous. By reducing just the physical samples we create, we can save 6 barrels of oil. That's enough oil to drive across the US twice. We save enough water for 115 people annually and 30,000 kilowatt hours. That's enough houses. That's enough energy for 2 houses. That doesn't even include shipping, which adds another 202 tons of CO2 emissions. But wait, there's more. Sustainability doesn't stop at digital sampling. With our RFID and digital capabilities, tracking and tracing authentic products from its birth in a factory to its retirement uniquely sets us up to provide more sustainable solutions for brands. Just imagine if brands can track an authentic product from birth to retirement to rebirth. At Avery Dennison, we track to the rack and back, and data we do not lack. Tracing the life of the label from digital design through manufacturing, tracing the life of the product from retailer to home and back again, and helping brands re-authenticate, recertify, and validate a recycled product helps to reduce over 70 pounds of garments per person ending up in landfills annually. That's 70 pounds per person annually, and that's only in the US. Tracing the life of the label is native to us. We already do this to ensure brand authenticity. Circularity is a natural progression for Avery Dennison. There's no add-on that you need, no separate systems. We help brands design new garments, track the life of the garment, authenticate the garment, and recirculate the garment. We create over 20 billion labels a year. But that's just a drop in the bucket for the number of physical samples that are created and shipped all over the world. Looked at in aggregate with the other parts of the garment and design and manufacturing, the positive impact to our environment could be exponential. Digital sampling solves design challenges for garment designers, simplifies the collaboration, and decreases design time. While we're starting with ourselves, building trust in the trim, focusing on quality and using technology for positive impact. If we could all embrace digital sampling, learn from other industries, and push the technology boundaries, we can all make a difference. Thanks. Back to you, Saul.